Hi there.
Tyler, Keith,
Oh.
we're plugged on. Or you're plugged on. You plugged your computer on.
You
Plug this video on. To plug the internet on, then plug this
and
video
then plug. Well, then you got to plug YouTube on, and then you plug the video on,
Yeah. That works.
and then we're plugged on, and so
There we go. We're here with a review of the new album Spectre of Ruin from the band Blackfast. This is their third album. Follow-up to Terms of Surrender from a few years ago. If you don't know Blackfast, which I'm assuming a lot of you might not, they're like a thrash band, and, you know, obviously relatively young. We saw them open up for Revocation 2 years ago, I guess.
maybe. Well, when was that? Was it 20? It was 2015 or 2016.
Yeah, I don't remember. Either way, they opened. Revocation did a headline tour. These guys opened up. Were one of the openers, and they were pretty solid. So check them out. And I've enjoyed listening to them ever since. And now they have a new album out. Gosh, that was Archspire was on that.
Oh.
And Cannabis Corpse.
Yeah, I remember that show.
I remember watching Cannabis Corpse and being like, "This is really fun." I remember watching Archspire and just fucking
Going to sleep.
yeah.
Or trying to, if there wasn't just so much noise happening.
Yeah. Sorry. Not a fan of Archspire.
Shots
Anyways,
fired.
Yeah.
Clack, 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 clack.
Yeah. What'd you think of this album?
I really like this album. This album is great in the sense that it really doesn't
Stop?
It does not stop for about 45 minutes, which is great. And it's the songs are very, straight to the point, which I do like. There's, not a whole lot of fluff, and it's just like let's just fucking get out. And I think that's evident on a couple songs. I mean, I think the first 6 is just. The whole album is great. I don't think there is a bad song on this entire album, but the first 6 are the ones that get me because I really like Cloak of Lies, and probably my favorite song might be Scarecrow and Spectre. I really like that one. That one kind of does a bunch of different stuff, and then also Mist of Ruin and Temple of Leviathan. I think what's nice about this album is that it's different for a thrash album because these guys are actually they're like a black and thrash album. There's I hear a bit of black metal.
Mm-hmm.
I know I definitely hear some black metal in there, and I'm not the biggest fan of black metal, but I really like it in here because it's thrashy, but it's like stripped down a little bit. It's very not like here. What kind of a cool riff can we write here? What kind of another chord? It's just like boom, right? Things are happening, and I really like that. And again, there's just an energy that I think this album. Mostly keeps up. Okay, and probably the thing that maybe besides the riffs that I like the most is 2 things, which is I really like the guitar tone. I think it just works. It's this sort of almost grimy, sort of nice guitar tone, which is a weird combination of 2 words to kind of put in there. But also the vocals. I just really like the vocals because they're mean, but you can also they're clear at the same time, which is great. And it's just a fucking ride. Again, I really like the solos too on a lot of these songs. I think again it's part of the reason why Scarecrow and Spectre I think is probably just really good because it seems. Oh wait, or am I getting that one mixed up with Mr. Ruin? I need to think. One of the songs is there's just a bunch of passages and then they just kind of go. In just a random order. I think that might actually be Mist of Ruin.
Yeah, but I believe you're correct because I know what you're talking about, and it's later in the album that I noticed.
I think so. I think it is Mist of Ruin. So it's which is cool. It's it's not verse chorus. Here's just a bunch of passages, and let's just kind of throw them together and mix it around, which is nice because, I like it when bands break out from the typical verse chorus, bridge, solo, chorus, sort of songwriting style, and it's great. I mean, this album is surprisingly really well put together for it only being their third album, which is great. And yeah, I'm super excited for what more of these guys do. So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I like this album too. I mean, I think this is a good band to just get you fucking fired up. The other day, it was just one of those mornings, man. I just was like, dude, I'm not getting shit done. I need to do something. I literally put on Black Fast. I was like, all right. And then I got a ton of shit done. I mean, they're a good band that really just get you hyped up because they are non-stop energy. I mean, literally, Cloak of Lies starts off this first track and it's bam. Like, you don't even get to think. Like,
Nope.
Right away, it's vocals in your face, just, you know, the verses, the riffs, everything. And then, like you said, they don't fuck around. You get to the next song, the riff might play once, and then it's the vocals, it's the whole band, it's whatever. This isn't a thrash band where you're gonna have, you know, maybe a big sing-along part, or, you know, it's gonna stop and it's like, oh shit, they're building up to that crazy fucking pit riff in the middle, you know, and I'm about to fucking mosh with my cats and rip their fucking tails off, you know. This is just straight up non-stop pit the whole time, and it's cool, and I think it works, and then I think it doesn't at the same time, because there are certainly times where I think their riffage, while really awesome and kind of unique of how they're blending thrash and technicality in sometimes like black metal, sometimes it can sound a little too similar to what they did before, and because it's just non-stop and it's like, okay, this song, riff, once, vocals, everything, you know, then kind of the same pattern, riff, vocals, boom, on this one, and I think if you listen to every single one of these songs on their own, they're the fucking best thing you've heard this year. But as a whole, sometimes I think it can kind of work against them, but not drastically. Like, I'm only talking, like, to me, a few songs towards the end, I was just like, okay, whatever. Because they don't really change their tempo that much. It's just kind of one pace the whole time, which can be fucking awesome. Like I said, I think the first 5 tracks are just unbelievably great. Silhouette Usurper, dude, Aaron Aiken's vocals, brother of Clay Aiken, potentially, I don't know.
Allegedly.
Who knows? His fucking vocals in that song are unbelievably good, and same on Scarecrow and Spectre. Like you said, like, there's just this anger to them, but they're so clear, and I think that both of those things going together make them just stand out so well. And I love how this band has a lot of great riffs, but it's also very vocal driven and everything. Like Phantom I Am is another one that I think's really strong in the vocal department. Just the way he pronounces certain things just makes you fucking go, yes, this is awesome. This is metal. This is badass. I love this. And the whole tone of this album is just awesome. I mean, it's just this weird, dark thing, and I feel like I'm on this train, and I'm the only one there, but the train's going really fucking fast, and it just doesn't stop, and it goes past my destination a few times, but I'm like, that's okay. It's a fun train ride, but I'm the only one on there, and there's like one light on in the train, and there's like no fucking cab conductor. On. Yeah.
It's like AC's not on.
I'm just like, all right.
It's just fucking hot in there, but it's like, oh.
So it's just me moshing with a pole, you know? But it's fun. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And also, like I said, some of these riffs are fucking awesome. The last track, Husk, has some really awesome riffs, and Famine Angel later in the track just has so many awesome riffs. And just one of the riffs kind of in the middle of the song is one of my favorite riffs I've heard on here. It's neat. This band does some very interesting stuff, but like on their last album, there's a track called The Fall, which was a weird to say for Black Fast, but it was kind of a slower song in a way. And you know, I would like to see them maybe try some different things, but I just like their vibes for the most part. They're interesting. Definitely give them a shot if you're a fan of thrash metal. You know, but they're not thrash metal in you know, of like the Big Four or anything like that. They're a very different band to me. Like, and even then, I think they're different. Like, I think they would fit in better with, say, Skeleton Witch. You know, Skeleton Witch is a band that's just riffs and it's just going the whole time. I mean, maybe not as much anymore because they're really changing their style, but old school Skeleton Witch, I think it is a good band. I had another one. It was just in my brain. Oh, Vector, sort of, R.I.P., but, you know, a little bit like that, too. It's interesting. What do you think?
I give it 8 out of 10. I really like this album.
Yeah, me too. 8 out of 10. Which comes out to an 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
Because if you do 16 out of 20,
16 out of 20,
out of 2.
It just works out. Or 4 out of 5 if you're going by like the star. You know.
Sure.